Hey guys, so today, as most of you know, I went to the doctor's. So we wanted to give you a little update. We found out a lot of information today. So if you want to keep listening to what happened today, then just keep watching. Went to the appointment this morning and everything went well. It was just a regular checkup. That was great. But then I was also trying to get a referral from the OBGYN so that we can go to the fertility clinic. And in speaking with her, my doctor, she said we didn't need one. So she gave me all the information for the clinic. That way we can call them, make an appointment, and so that's what I gave to Ashley. Now, she also talked about, different things to watch out for, and she gave me a lot of paperwork on it. So that was great. And then she also recommended that we call the insurance just to see if they cover anything, which we were, hoping that they would. So I don't make any of the phone calls. That's all Ashley's job. So I told her everything that happened, and then I was like, can you make these phone calls, please? So I think we were planning on, okay, let's call insurance first, right?
Yeah. So I had that job before work. I called insurance. So I'm going to insert the clip here of how my phone call went and the emotion that I felt literally right off the phone with the insurance company. Kel went to work, which is why I'm alone in this video, and my job was to call insurance to find out what is covered or not covered. Got some news that nothing is covered. So that was kind of a letdown, and I guess this is where the emotional journey starts, because now that means everything has to be out of pocket, and if we can get some kind of loan, I think the fertility clinic goes through the financial aspect and stuff, and I believe there's loans that you can apply for, but doesn't mean you're gonna get it. So this is where the emotional journey starts. The phone call to the insurance company was great. The guy was great, and a lot of congratulations and everything, and got put on hold. He did his research and he came back, and that's when he said that that nothing is covered. Nothing at all. Not even a friggin' prescription of some sort. Just nothing. Which is unbelievable. Like, I don't understand how people can, it boggles my mind, and it's upsetting, and it sucks, and it pisses me off, actually. I have to now pay all this money out of pocket and get no help whatsoever. That's not fair. It's not fair to us at all, and I think that's ridiculous. There's an infertility program that the insurance offers you. It's a third party, so there's no insurance coverage. They just provide you with this information, and you can call them, and it's more of a discount. They help you with whatever is next if you are having troubles getting pregnant. You'll have to go through more options and more whatever the case may be. But they help you with the money part. So they help you find discounts to do this. So we're nowhere near that. And that would only be if we actually go through with the process and we can't get pregnant. Then that's when that would come into play. So we're not near that. But that's what the guy from insurance told me about. So we have that covered. And I went ahead and just found out the pregnancy maternity coverage for hopes that we get pregnant and then we don't have to make a phone call again. So your basic pregnancy stuff is covered with the insurance, so that's a plus. But yeah. So So that's the first letdown. And, you know, it's not a no, and it doesn't mean we can't do this. It just means it's going to be harder now. And that it's just going to be harder now. So it sucks that Kel's not in this video right now to discuss the first emotional aspect of this journey. But I wanted to document it because it's part of the journey. So whether we show you guys or our future child sees this, it's a memory and it's going to be part of the process. So we'll see what happens next. Obviously, as you saw, a bit upset. And, you know, it didn't go the way we wanted it to go. But I kind of had a feeling that insurance wasn't going to cover anything, but you always have that hope that maybe, just maybe, they'll cover.
Yeah, I was thinking that they would at least cover something. A little bit.
A freaking blood test or something. I mean, they don't cover shit. So I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you can't get help trying to have a child. It's just, it's upsetting and it pisses me off, which you probably saw in that clip. But it is what it is. So the next step was to call the fertility clinic. And I called the fertility clinic that I know that has a really great success rate. Somebody in my family used it, so they're highly recommended. So that's what I did. I called on lunch. I sat on the phone for 30 minutes with this woman who was extremely helpful, answered all my questions, helped me think of questions that I didn't ask, just so I had everything that I could tell Kel and we could sit down and make a decision. So that's what we did. Obstacle number 2, because the insurance was number 1, and that didn't go very well. So our obstacle number 2 was just as much as a upset as obstacle number 1. The process that we want to do is called co-IVF. So it's when we use my eggs and a sperm donor, and Kel will carry. She's basically like my surrogate, I guess, if that's how you want to explain it better. That process costs between $20,000 and $30,000. Now we knew that this was going to be an expensive process, and I knew it, but hearing it from somebody who works in that field that's going to help get you started is a huge, it's big and it's hard to hear. So that's just that process. To get our foot in the door of the fertility clinic,
the consultation?
If we went co-IVF, would be $450 each person just for the consultation. Then you go through all of that, blah, blah, blah. Then they have a diagnostic testing that they do, which is $1,000 to $3,000 each person. They have to test both of us, make sure we're both healthy enough to go through the process, make sure that my eggs are healthy enough, I guess, to even, go through the, with the sperm and going into Kel. And they want to make sure that, I guess, we're really spending our money on the process that's going to be best for our bodies as well, just for the co-IVF. The next option is IUI, which is artificial insemination. It's $6,000 per cycle. So the per cycle is whatever the process is to insert the sperm in, get them swim into the eggs, and get her pregnant. That's what the cycle is. So if she ends up not pregnant, then we got to go through that whole cycle again to get her pregnant, which is another $6,000. So however they get her pregnant, that's the whole cycle. That's $6,000. But what's not covered in that $6,000 is the sperm bank. So you have to reach out to a sperm bank, which that can be another $1,000 just for the sperm. And that can go up actually in cost because there's so many different things if you want to pay for getting their like identification type of thing, or there's a lot of different like subs that you can pay for, so the cost of sperm can go up, but at least that's on you how expensive you want to go. So that's $6,000 for the IUI. That includes whatever medicine I guess she needs, plus the cost of the sperm, which is about $1,000. I'm estimating somewhere in between. We also have to meet with a social worker if we're using a sperm bank, so they can do some psychological testing. That's $175. I think that's for both of us, so we have a little bit of a break on that one. The IVF success rate is 64%. That's the $20,000 to $30,000 process. Nobody wants to hear your insurance doesn't cover anything, and nobody wants to certainly hear that it's going to cost $30,000 to have a child with somebody you love.
No, it's not just that. It's just that's the way we really want to do it. So
Well, yeah.
we do have cheaper options. It's just
We do have cheaper options, but they're really not that cheap. I mean, $6,000 sounds like the better way to go, but that's hoping you get pregnant the first time. On top of the $1,000 plus for the sperm, the $175 for the social worker.
But when you compare 7,000
plus the $450 plus
no 8,000 to 20 to 30,000, that's a huge difference.
It is a huge difference, but it's still quite expensive, and the $6,000 is not our dream way of going.
That's the huge part, I think.
If we have to pick, I mean, if it comes down to make your dreams come true or not make your dreams come true, we're gonna do what we need to do to have a baby, and if that means we gotta go artificial insemination, then we will. But that's that's not what we want, and we really want. Kel has her own biological child. I don't have any, and that's where it's it's hard because, of course, I want my own blood, to experience that, and Kel wants that.
Yeah.
So
we do have a lot of thinking to do and deciding to do. Talking a lot today about this, so thinking about loan options. The lady did give her a loan place that they work with, hoping to get that. We're also thinking about if we're not gonna go the way we really wanted to. So definitely an emotional day today. It was really hard keeping it together, but
all of this while at work. So you imagine taking a half hour lunch at work and then coming back having a whole day of work, and just being upset. So that's how our day went. That's how Kel's appointment went. Right now we're just trying to figure out how we're going to go about doing the co-IVF so we can make our dreams come true. So we wanted to share that all with you. We hope you kind of enjoyed this video, and we will see you on the next upload with more information when we have it.